Hi, this is a long-term review of the Victorinox Swiss Champ, which is their flagship model. I bought this about 3 years ago, and I'm going to just talk quickly about my experiences with it, things I like about it and the things that I find a bit awkward. I'll have a quick look at the user's guide first. So the Swiss Champ comes with 32 tools or uses, possible uses. There's more, if you can think of them. Okay, so this is the first side. They're quite helpful to get an idea of how you can use your tool, Swiss tool. Okay, so this is the tool, Swiss Champ. The tool, my favourite tool is the scissors. The scissors are great. It's really sharp. It's really handy if you want to use it as a first aid bandage cutting scissors, which I've used a couple of times. I mean the scissors that usually come with the first aid kits are rubbish. They're not sharp at all, and it tugs at the bandage and you end up hurting your injury. But these are great. It's very precise and very sharp. The other tool that's I'm really impressed with is the saw. The saw is really great if you want to get into really tight areas and do some sawing. Again, really sharp. Next, well, I use the toothpick a lot. It's probably the tool that I use most. Now these little, this little screw is, this is not much use to me at the moment because the glasses that I wear is not suitable for it at all. It's a bit too big. So I don't really use that one that much. And this stainless steel pin, again, this is really handy for getting in really tiny holes that you want to clean out. But as you can see, as I twirl it, there's a bit of a bent. It's a bit bent. So you have to be a bit careful that you don't put too much pressure on it as you use it. But again, the good thing about these removable tools are they're replaceable, including the pen and the toothpick and the tweezers. The tweezers, again, really handy for when I get splinters stuck in my hand. With the magnifying glass as well, very handy. So it's quite good if you work a lot with wood. I think this is 3 times magnification, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Okay, so the tool I use the least is the hook. I think I would have found it would have been handy if the width of the hook here was a bit larger, but it's really good for, I guess, picking up string items like a bag of onions. I think in the past they were quite handy because of the string around parcels, so it's a good way of carrying heavy parcels. Now the other handy tool is the fish scaler. Oh, it's not that one. It's this one. I've actually used it on fish, but I found it's a bit more awkward if you use it on a larger fish, so smaller fish wouldn't be a problem. And that's the hook remover, and there's a ruler on either side, centimeters and inches. I actually use this regularly for cutting boxes. It's really a handy cardboard cutter. It's quite good. So I use it for that more than scaling. And the other tools I don't really use much except for the knife and the small knife. Again, these knife, even though I've had it for 3 years, I've not needed to sharpen it. It's still very sharp. I've nicked my skin on it a few times. So the things, or the negative things that I can think of would be that it scratches easily. As you can see, I've got a lot of scratches on it. I don't really keep it in a case because it's already quite bulky and heavy. It would just add weight to it. I used to keep it in a sock, but now I just keep it bare. I've dropped it a few times as well, and as a result I've put a dent in it there. If you can see, it's a bit bent now. So when I take the tool out on either side, I put it back in, I need a bit more force than usual. The other awkward thing is where the reamer, when I take this out, and sometimes it can catch on the key ring, so you have to be careful that you make sure it's not caught on there in case you rip your pocket or something. The other thing is that it's quite hard to clean the dust out when it gets inside, so that's another negative thing. I mean, I've tried hoovering it, but it sort of seems to be stuck. So when I bought this about, again, 3 years ago, it cost me about £42 if I remember correctly. I think they've gone up a bit in price now. If I went back in time and was looking to buy a Swiss tool, I think I'd probably buy half the size of this one, because I don't really use all the tools, although it's nice to have just in case you do need it. So I'm still very happy with this product, but I would probably, if you don't want to carry something heavy in your pocket, then I would get at least half the size of this. You can even get a smaller size, just 2 layers. What else? That's it really. I really really like this Swiss tool. It'll probably become an heirloom. I'll probably pass it down, and I hope it lasts as long as it can. I probably won't buy any other Swiss tool. I don't want to end up with lots of Swiss tools. I think one is enough. And plus, I carry so many things, it just add to my weight. Anyway, I hope you found this review helpful. Okay, thank you. Stay safe. Bye.